The Ducks are a team that I've picked to finish sixth in the division, and I admit that straight up front. John Gibson, $2.3 million this year, restricted free agent at the end of it. But here's what he did. He signed a contract for the next 8 years after the one that's upcoming at $6.4 million per. $51.2 million going to Gibson, who's got to kind of feel like he hit the jackpot. And Hampus Lindholm has already tweeted out that he's wondering if the defensemen get a share in any of that money, which I think was funny. And Brandon Montour's already sent out his congratulations on Twitter. So clearly the Ducks are a tight knit bunch, and that's kind of something you look for in a team. I know when a team's struggling, you're like, oh, these guys are fighting with these guys. So when you see a tight knit bunch like that, that's kind of fantastic. And so's John Gibson. The one thing that the Ducks had all year was goaltending. And when Gibson got hurt and Miller stepped in, Miller was fantastic too. John Gibson is an excellent goaltender in the NHL. And whether the Ducks, no matter where I've got the Ducks this year or where they end up finishing this year, the long-term view that I have on the Ducks is still remarkably positive. So even when Getzlaf and Kessler and Perry are all out, I still think that there's a positive future because they've got an excellent young blue line, and John Gibson's going to be their starter for the next 9 years, or at the very least for a lot of that. At the end of these two contracts, the one he's playing now and the one that he's just signed, he's 34 years of age, which is not usually over the hill for a goaltender. And for a guy who's potentially top 10, that's an excellent cap signing. This time of year, it's really easy to justify, oh, he got $8 million, but he's worth it. He got $9 million, but he's worth it. But look at this comparable, he's worth it. When I see somebody do what Gibson's done here, which is probably take below market value, probably take a lot less than he would have got if he'd waited all year and then sort of, gone to the Ducks and said, hey, it's last minute here. What are we going to do? And then the Ducks are maybe signing him for more money. Maybe he gets less term, but he gets more money in the short term, and then he's a UFA sooner. And no, Gibson wants to be a Duck for his whole career. Clearly, he has 1 year left and 8 years. That's 9 years. That's probably going to be a vast majority of his career. And he's been an excellent goaltender already for the Ducks. And having your starting goaltending spot sewn up for that long, and having some of your key defensemen sewn up for a long time too, the future is bright for the Ducks. And John Gibson, I think, made the right decision in signing, and I think the Ducks got an excellent cap hit on him. $6.4 million for him, and I hate to use the term, but Carey Price is getting $10.5 million out of Montreal. And I don't look at Carey Price and John Gibson and see a $4 million difference in Price's favor. Will Gibson end up being a Vezina winner? Who knows? Does he have that potential? Absolutely. There's no trade clause in here. There's a modified no trade that kicks in 2021, where if they ask him, they say we're going to trade you, he submits a 10-team no trade list. So that's not crippling. This contract's not crippling. It's a smart move by a team that's made a lot of smart moves. Now, are they moving up? Are they moving down? Are they contenders? That's a whole other conversation. But with this contract, they made the right decision. I think Gibson did too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. I'll talk to you again soon.